she had to stay home to take care of the kids, and I had to work. Otherwise, it will not function. We homeschool, and she take care of the kids. She cook most of the time. I try to help in the weekend, but most of the stuff she do it, and she's
Mm-hmm.
happy. She never complained. We're like 15 years marriage now. We're okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So she does everything, right? She homeschools. I should add that onto the list too later.
Yeah,
So
she
she
does most
homeschool.
of the home stuff. I do most of the outside stuff. So
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's very common, right? Like the
so I do
lawn and stuff
grocery.
outside.
I do grocery. I do
Oh,
maintenance of the car. I do anything have to do with outside. I do it. Anything
right.
have to do with the inside, she do it.
Hmm. Yeah, and I have nothing against like traditional roles where you both decide. Like Chris does all the lawn out here. He does the lawn, he does the garbage. He's in the garage right now doing stuff that I don't even know how to do. He fixes the car, and it doesn't matter like if it's womanly or manly, but there's some traditional roles. Like you're saying, all the outside stuff you do, right? And you're saying it works for you. You're happy.
Yeah, I think most of our friends that like us, they're pretty happy because uh, the one that they both work most of the time. If they have many kids, if they have one kid, it can work. But if they have many kids, it will never work.
What won't work if both people are working? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if they both working, it's not gonna work. It's a hell. I mean, how? You
Yeah.
know, kids are not easy to manage. You need literally someone full time just to take care of them.
Yes. Yeah. And so do you feel like everything's split equally, like financially, and also do you think
Oh yeah,
does
I
it feel
mean,
equal?
she carry my cards, but if I know her that she's crazy spender, I will never give her my cards. Okay,
Of
if I
course
know
not.
that she spend money on, some useless stuff, I will never ever give her my card, or she will even never know how much I'm making. But I know that she know how to manage money, so that's why I gave her full access.
Hmm. Yeah, you have to trust someone to share your income with them, of course, right?
Yeah, well, some women tend sometimes to spend money on useless stuff and they end up not paying the major bills, It's very common
Right.
between
Yeah.
women. I
And I
have friends of
wonder,
mine, they're telling me like it's insane. Like they prefer sometimes, it's not that they prefer, they tend to buy stuff by feeling. Oh, look, this is beautiful. Oh, I buy it. Then the hydro come and you have no money to pay it. Understand?
hmm,
So.
yeah. Well, I would argue that most people, men and women, buy by feeling. But what you're saying is instead of paying the bills, that's a totally different thing, right? But I think most of us, when we have extra money, would you agree? When we have extra money, we buy on feeling. We're like, I love that, and I have the money, so why wouldn't I buy it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my thing here is, when there's a household that's not like I talk about non-ideal men, it's the men who don't do anything at home or they go out, they pay the bills, they pay the food, they pay the bills at home, but they don't do anything at home. They want her to do everything at home.
Oh, well,
And
I do when I can. Most of the time, I'm tired when I get home, but in the
mhm,
weekend, I
I
try to
understand.
help,
Yeah.
garbages and stuff,
Yeah.
if there is any cleaning. But
Yeah.
beside that, I,
Yeah. I understand. I'm a coach, right? I'm a business coach. So I've been helping women for 13 years to build online businesses. Women who have families, women who want to make a lot of money for their family, husbands
yeah.
included. Some of the husbands get to leave their job because she's making so much doing what she likes to do and makes her great money online. That's what I've been doing. And so the reason I'm talking about this is because when she has to do everything at home, she has literally zero time for herself, like zero time to do things like this. Whereas if she had more time, she could build a business, and then, like you mentioned, you would have to pay someone to do some of that stuff. But the income is so great at that point from both of you that, there's money to get help for all of that. But if she's so exhausted, like, look at all this whole list is a lot. Like, literally, these are each careers here: cooking, cleaning, raising children, managing the house, family therapist, accountant. It sounds like you're both busy though. Like, when you get home, are you sitting on the couch and she's the one doing everything, or are you both? It sounds like you're helping too, like you're doing things too, right?
Yeah, well, I try.
You try? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Any anytime there is something to do, and I mean, and I can do it, I do it.
Yeah, because some men just like sit on the couch and drink beer and let her do everything. Hi, new guest. Welcome.
Hi there.
Hi. Jump in anytime you want. We're chatting.
I
But
agree
yeah.
with you, Gina, with the outlook of how women are treated really as I don't want to say maid, but like almost like an accessory to a man's life sometimes because some men they just work and then they come home and then don't really do much. And then the women they work, come home and then do a ton of stuff for the men and for the family, and they provide so much to the family. So I feel like it is free labor, in my opinion, honestly.
Yeah. But here we have a man, right, who says he's contributing. And I'd be, like, what I suggest for everybody to do, and I've done in my house, is write down everything that needs to be done in the house, every single task that needs to be done, and then splitting it down the middle. And someone who can't or won't do their share or doesn't want to or is too tired or busy or whatever, then they need to pay for that. That's what I suggest to make it equal. And some people are really surprised, but it sounds like Peter is doing a lot. But I'm curious about when you say, and you have to help me understand, because when you say I try and I do what I can, I'm wondering if you might be aligned with some of the men who just take out the garbage once a week or something like that, and she's still doing everything. And my
No, I
concern,
mean,
yeah, go ahead.
I clean the table, pass the broom, stuff like that.
And you do the grocery shopping and you pay for the bills,
Yeah,
like you said. Yeah.
yeah, do the
So, yeah,
grocery. But
yeah.
here's the thing: when you have a family, right? You have kids. Of the major purpose of that family is to raise those kids. Okay, we don't have any purpose like before that. So the calculation of why you did that, like the childish stuff, we don't. That's not our own like main purpose. I mean, the fate is here. What I mean by the fate is we don't have a bad fate for each other. Like, you try your best and I try my best, but we don't calculate you did that yesterday, I did that today. This is childish stuff, okay? The purpose of our family is to raise the kids, period.
Hmm. Well, I don't think it's childish. I mean, your wife sounds like she's happy, right? For some women, they're not.
Yeah,
And they say,
she
hey,
never complained.
for some women, they're not. And when they go to their partner and they say, hey, I'm exhausted, there's a lot going on here, I would expect a good partner, a man, to listen and say, hey, what's going on? Or, like I was saying earlier before you guys hopped on, hey, the man's like, hey, where's my wife? Like, you're always tired, you're always working. Like, he doesn't want her to be always exhausted either. Always like you're cleaning poop, you're like cleaning the toilet. Like, how can we fix this so that you have more time to yourself and you can be relaxed and have fun with me?
Yeah,
We
I
fixed the
agree.
problem. Yeah, we
Yeah,
fixed it.
100%.
Because he wants me to be like this, relax, I got time to take care of myself, just feeling good and happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of exhausted. And my main issue, and I bring this up in every live stream, my main issue, and Peter, I want you to speak to this. In these situations, if the man turns, and I talked about non-ideal man earlier, if he turns 60, 55, or above, and he decides that he no longer wants to be married to her anymore because he wants to go for a 20-year-old now, what happens to her? Because she doesn't have a resume. This stuff is not valued in a capitalistic society. Nobody's going to be like, hey, we're going to hire you for a great paying job now because you were cooking, cleaning. It's just not valued. Mom, like, it's just not. I wish it was, but it's not, and it's not high paying. And where I live in British Columbia, Canada, you could not live. She would be in big trouble, huge
Yeah.
trouble
I agree with you,
financially.
Gina. I live in Canada, New Brunswick, and if that were to happen to
Huh.
any women here, you would go into debt, you'd probably be homeless because of
Yeah,
how bad
it is happening.
the yeah, the pay rate here is and how expensive it is to live right now here in New Brunswick, Canada.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
think